I've been gone for so long. Feels so good just to get back home. Back to my friends and all the faces I love to see. Like a rainbow in the sky, a certain twinkle is in her eye, telling me they believe in what I am and what I want to be. Don't it make you want to dance? Don't it make you want to smile? When you're down, down, down in the country cooking, sing a while. Don't it make you want to dance? Don't it make you want to smile? When you're down, down, down in the country cooking, sing a while. Oh Lord, don't it feel right tonight? Making music when you feel just right. Feeling better with every single song. And look around, everyone is a friend, and every single one has found his grin. So when that chorus comes around, everybody jump on. Alright, yeah. Don't it make you wanna dance? Don't it make you wanna smile? When you're down, down, down in the country cooking, sing a while. Yeah, don't it make you wanna dance? Don't it make you wanna smile? When you're down, down, down in the country picking, sing a while. Yeah. Don't it make you wanna dance? Don't it make you wanna smile? When you're down, down, down in the country picking, sing a while. Don't it make you wanna dance? Don't it make you wanna smile? You're down, down, down in the country picking, sing a while. Make you wanna dance? Don't it make you wanna smile? When you're down, down, down in the country picking, sing a while. Don't it make you wanna dance? Don't it make you wanna smile? When you're down, down, down in the country picking, sing a while. Yeah, don't it make you wanna dance? Don't it make you wanna smile? Yeah, when you're down, down, down in the country picking, sing a while. Sing a while. Don't it make you wanna dance?
Hey, Tiki Man Radio listeners. This is Marty Nickel coming to you from my beach shack. I love listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle every Friday from 7 to 9 p.m. on the internet at Tiki Man Radio. We're live on YouTube at Tiki Man Radio. Got a confession? A song request? All you gotta do is let them know.
desert, oh, holding wrecks and bile diesel, steaming 45 degrees. The time has come to say fair's fair, to pay the rent, to pay our share. The time has come, a fact's a fact, it belongs to them, let's give it back. How can we dance when our earth is turning? How do we sleep while our beds are burning? How can we dance when our earth is turning? How do we sleep while our beds are burning? The time has come to say fair's fair, to pay the rent now, pay our share. Far we'll scare the cockatoo, Kintar east to Yondamu, western desert lives and breathes 45 degrees. The time has come to say fair's fair, to pay the rent, to pay our share. Time has come, wah! Fact's a fact, it belongs to them. Thank you. How can we dance when our earth is turning? How do we sleep while our beds are burning? How can we dance when our earth is turning? How do we sleep while our beds are burning? The time has come to say fair's fair, pay the rent now, pay our share. The time has come, a fact's a fact, belongs to them, gonna give it back. How can we dance when our earth is turning? How do we sleep while our beds are burning? Say!
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your captain. I'd like to welcome you aboard our flight tonight. We are traveling at 34,000 feet at approximately 420 knots. Those on the left side of the aircraft, I'd like you to take a look out your window. We're passing over Key West, and I'd like to point out Beachy Shell Studios. You're in luck tonight, as our in-flight entertainment will be Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle, so sit back, relax, leave the flying to me, and enjoy B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions on Tiki Man Radio. Oh, and I'd like to suggest downloading the free app, so when we do get to our final destination, you can listen to everything on Tiki Man Radio. Enjoy your flight, enjoy the in-flight entertainment, and thank you for flying Tiki Man Radio Airlines.
We're going down to Tampico for a little trauma right now.
does look a mess, I must admit. But I have been traveling quite a bit. South of the border, where the law and order skip by federales who just grant. Tell you they just want to be your friend. Tell you they just want to be your friend. I left for Tampico last July. I jumped off that boat, almost died. Had to greet us with pretty senoritas. Good God, I swore that I would not go home then. All those lovely ladies were my friend. No, those sweet chiquitas, they don't pretend. ¿Cómo está, señorita? ¡Póngale cerveza! That is all I really want to say. I was thrown out of Atlanta yesterday. Oh, you see, I was drinking double, causing lots of trouble. When the man looked in the window, the Barney Grant, he said, if you come back, we may not be your friend. I don't want to see your ass round here again. Looks like them werewolves from Buckhead again. Oh. Thank you. All right. Woo. Yeah, the party's not over. All right. All right. Yeah.
Oh, anybody feel like going to Mexico?
So many thoughts sit and ponder about life, love, and the lack of, and this emptiness in my heart. Too old to be wild and free still, too young to be over the hill. Should try to grow up, but who knows where to start. So I just sit right here and have another beer in Mexico. Do my best to waste another day. Sit right here and have another beer in Mexico. Let the warm air melt these blues away. Sun comes up and the sun sinks down, and I've seen them both in this tourist town. Up for days in a rage, just trying to search my soul for all the answers and the reasons why I'm at this crossroads in my life, and I really don't know which way to go. So I just sit right here and have another beer in Mexico. Do my best, waste another day. Sit right here and have another beer in Mexico. Let the warm air melt these blues away. Maybe I'll settle down, get married, or stay single and stay free. Which road I'll travel is still a mystery to me. So I just sit right here, have another beer in Mexico. Do my best to waste another day. Sit right here and have another beer in Mexico. Let the warm air melt these blues away. Down in Mexico.
Coming to you live from the Beachy Shell Studio in Key West, Florida. You're listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle.
Hey, Coastal Confessions on a Friday night. Drinking down in Mexico, baby. That's what we should be doing.
Thinking what?
Let me hear what you got there.
What should we drink?
Oh, well, first of all, before we start all that, I want to say hi to JoJo Fish. We got Callie McCool tuned in tonight. Tiffani Green is tuned in. Who else we've got? I got to turn up my thing here just a little bit. There we go. I can hear myself better now. All right. We've got Tiki Man in the house, and who else? I think I got everybody. So that's on, and I'm sure there's others. I know there's others listening in that haven't chimed in, but thank you guys so much for being a part of the show tonight on Friday, because we've got a ton of stuff to talk about tonight. There's so much going on. But first, what we want to do is I'm going to get the camera. Let's get camera one on here real quick. I believe. All right. Okay. Now I'm right there. Reef Rum. We have Reef Rum in the house, everybody. And Michelle and I are going to sit here and have some Reef Rum tonight. Tropical rum with natural flavors, sweet and smoky for the wise, and the rebel natural banana, orange, and coconut flavors. I love this stuff. And the cool thing is we made rum balls, baby. And those were really, really good. So we still got some in there. So hang on. Oh, man. That's really good. That's really good. And we bought that down here in Key West at Quest.
But Quest is Key West. What's the EST?
I don't know. Key West Liquors. That's what I call it. Hey, a big shout out to Michelle Myers, everybody, is tuned in tonight. And the amateur, I haven't even had hardly anything to drink today, and I'm already slurring. Amateur Adventures Club, Bill Abbott's tuned in. I'm not going to talk too much in the very beginning because we got air show stuff we're going to talk about. We're gearing up for the Conch Republic Days here. We're going to talk a little bit about that. Tonight we got Tiffani Green calling in sometime around 7:30 when I give her the green light to give us a buzz.
Quest. K West.
K West.
Key West. You know?
Yeah, so I went...
KWS. Key West.
Oh, okay. And then and Callie McCool said, have tequila and a mojito mocktail about as close to mix I'll get. Okay, well, there's nothing wrong with that. You guys going to have some drinks tonight because we got something new we're going to do. And the neat thing is we're going to have Bill Abbott call in right around 8. And he's going to tell us all about it. This was his idea, and I'm like, let's do it, my friend. And, of course, we've got This Day in History coming in sometime after 9 o'clock.
Don't we have something at 7:30, too?
I said that earlier. You weren't paying attention. You were drinking your rum. And then we're going to talk about a Cuba trip that Sissy from Nailtini and her fiancé Mark went on. And we're going to talk about that because you and I are going to try and do it this October. Maybe sooner. I don't know. It's going to be a cool thing, but... Tonight it's about Reef Rum. Don't forget these cameras. Da-da-da-da-da-da. The Southernmost Pint Brewpub here in Key West, 522 Front Street. What was that, Michelle?
They sponsor
the cameras. So thank you so very much. Tad and Lindsay right there. There's the magic spoon that used to make everything down there, but now they've got bigger spoons and bigger stuff. So I get to take this one to my grave. So I could probably eat pudding with this thing too, huh? lots of fun stuff. Let me go back to that camera right there. So we got Dennis Chapman in, Sarah Chapman and Donnie Chapman from Key Haven, Key West tonight. Great seeing you at the Plogging the Keys this morning. Yes, thank you so much. It was so good seeing you guys. Thank you for being a part of the plogging this morning. We were out picking up trash. We had kids out there. It was the coolest thing. Huh?
Where?
We were... I got to get you on that mic better. You're just not picking up. Try it again.
Where were you?
We were over... I can't think of the name of the...
General vicinity.
Okay, for crying out loud, Sari or Donnie, let me know if I've... It was over by... I drew a complete blank. Oh, the old VFW, or the... or not VFW, but the American Legion over there.
On Stock Island?
No. On the other side of Key West.
Or where
kind of close to where they're building those new condos over by Truman Annex. There we go.
Whitehead or Thomas? Yeah.
No, I don't remember. It was. I thought we were going to do Thomas, but I got all my stuff mixed up. So we thought it was over by
the community center. Yeah,
we thought it was over there, and it wasn't. It was someplace else. So. Thank you, Donnie, Olivia, and Olivia Street. So it was down around that area. So, but there we picked up a lot of cool stuff. Callie McCool says hello.
Hello,
Michelle. Oh, 1L, Michelle. Sorry, I only saw the 1L. So sorry. Take your hello back. There you go. So yeah, a lot going on. I talked to Danny earlier, the Tiki Man himself, just to say, hey, this is what I'm doing. But he and I haven't talked all week. But I know he's been busy. I've been busy. You've been busy. Just a lot going on. This town is packed.
Holy cow.
Man,
We got the air show this week.
I was really
Spring Breakers.
Oh my God! I
Old
was
Spring Breakers.
testing my vocabulary out the other day. I
Oh,
was.
because Eaton's kind of partially.
Yeah, that's right. Eaton
closed,
Street
and
is being
So everybody's
repaved.
driving down our streets, the side streets. And
Yeah, it's
they're
crazy.
ignoring
So,
the stop signs and
oh
not
yeah,
going when they should go, and
I
going
know,
when they
so.
shouldn't go, and.
it's crazy. So, but again, thank you for the bloggers that came out today. We so appreciate that. 50. The last count that I saw, we had like 54. So that may have gone up. So I can't remember. And I haven't really seen what the numbers were today, so I may have to go out and check that while we're doing some music here and come back with some really cool stuff. But I thank everybody who does that. Next Friday, Plogging is down here by the cemetery.
Oh, so you don't have to go far.
So we're going to clean up our neighborhood and all that good stuff. So I really appreciate it. We're going to get to some more music because I want to get Tiffani Green in here, find out what she's been up to. So a little bit of music. We'll be back, and then I'll give her the high sign to call in, and we can find out what's happening with Tiffani Green. But in the meantime, we're going down to the Banana Republics, everybody, with Tiki Man Radio. What could possibly go wrong on a Friday night with B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions? You just
One that we made
never
up for the
know.
Caribbean. Remember the Caribbean?
Down to the Banana Republic, down to the tropical sun, come the expatriated Americans, expecting to have some fun. Now some of them come for the sailing, drawn by the lure of the sea, to cure the spirit that's ailing from living in the land of the free. Some of them are running from lovers, leaving no forward address. And some of them are running marijuana, some are running from the IRS. Late at night you could see them in the cheap hotels and bars. They are hustling the senoritas while they dance beneath the stars, spending the renegade pesos on a bottle of rum and a lime, singing give me some words I can dance to and a melody that rhymes. Once you learn the native custom, the word of Spanish or two, then you find out you can't trust them because they know they can't trust you. Way down in Banana Republic, it is not always as warm as it seems when none of the natives are buying any second-hand American dreams. All those expatriated Americans are feeling so all alone. They are telling themselves the same lies that they told themselves at home. Late at night you could see them in the cheap hotels and bars. They are hustling the senoritas while they dance beneath the stars, spending the renegade pesos on a bottle of rum and a lime, singing give me some words I can dance to and a melody that rhymes. Down to the Banana Republic, down to the tropical sun, come the expatriated Americans, expecting to have some fun.
The guitar player from Squeeze
I was alerted today by Google that it's his birthday. Difford? Glenn Difford? Is it Glenn? Yeah. He's awesome. They're like one of my favorite groups ever. So I'm going to play a Squeeze song in honor of his birthday. Where your coffee cup was, and there's ash in the pages. Now I've got myself a loss. I was writing to tell you about my feelings tonight, or a stain in my notebook that rings your goodbye. She's gone, and I'm back on the beat. The stain in my notebook says nothing to me. Oh, now she's gone, and I'm out with a friend with lips full of passion. Hardly contain the joy and the anger, all the sadness and pain. Yeah. Sadness and pain, but knowing I'm single, there'll be fire in my eyes. Yeah. Fire in my eyes for a stain in my notebook and a new love tonight. Tonight, oh, now she's gone, and I'm back on the beat. The stain in my notebook says nothing to me. Oh, well, now she's gone, and I'm out with old friends, you know, with lips full of passion. Coffee in bed. Lord. Oh, now she's gone. Full of passion, ooh, and coffee in bed, yeah. From the lips without passion to the lips with a kiss, there is nothing of your love that I'll ever miss. Well, the stain in my notebook is a ringing in my head for the memories of late nights and coffee in bed. All the memories of late nights and coffee in bed, yeah. Oh, now she's gone, and I'm back on the beat. The stain in my notebook says nothing to me. No, well, now she's gone, writing all the best songs I've ever heard.
Key West has a brand new brew pub, and you're going to love what they have brewing on their menu. That's right, the Blast Beer Company's Southernmost Pint Brewpub, located at 522 Front Street in downtown Key West. Open 7 days a week from noon until 10 p.m. Offers handcrafted beer and made-to-order signature food dishes. On tap are 3 of their signature beers, the Southernmost Pint Golden Ale, the Save the Day IPA, and the Hazy Lady New England IPA, and many other tasty handcrafted beers brewed on-site right here in Key West. And if you're not a beer drinker, don't worry, as they have available on their menu wine and other adult beverages and booze-free drinks. While enjoying a pint or two, check out their amazing menu of small fare items made to order that include local favorites, guac and chips, and Mexican esquites street corn. And their delicious main course items, Caribbean chicken salad, and trade wind meatballs. Stop in and enjoy one of their tastings of 4 different beer offerings of your choice. Or just enjoy a pint or two while taking in the aromas of beer being brewed on site and relaxing inside their brew pub atmosphere. Better yet, soak up the wonderful Key West weather and enjoy one of their handcrafted beers while hanging out on their great outdoor patio with music videos, movies, and sports games. Come by and watch your favorite team play on the biggest screen around. That's Blast Beer Company, Southernmost Pint Brewpub, located at 522 Front Street here in Key West. Blast Beer Company, around since 1992, making beer 1 barrel at a time.
You know, here at Tiki Man Radio, we always encourage you to get out of your comfort zone. Try something different. Be bold, and no matter what you do. Let me tell you about the official rum company of Tiki Man Radio. Reef Rum is American-made with an offbeat blend, sweet and smoky for the wise and the rebel. It was created for bohemians and connoisseurs who tire of the same old thing. It's an eccentric blend of natural banana, orange, and coconut, balanced with a touch of smoky flavor. To find out where you can find Reef Rum, visit reefrum.com. That's REIFRUM.com. If you're looking to step out of your comfort zone, then Reef Rum is where you need to be. When you go to reefrum.com, make sure you use the code word Tiki Man to get free shipping on your first order. Reef Rum, the official rum of Tiki Man Radio. Smooth, smoky. It's time to get out of your comfort zone with Reef Rum.
Hi, this is Adrian Z. You're listening to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle on Tiki Man Radio.
Coastal Confessions on Tiki Man Radio. B-Man and Michelle. And let me tell you what, the Southernmost Pint Brewpub, I want to tell, I'm in the process of fixing that advertisement because they've had a lot of changes down there. They've still got all their beer on tap, even some really good stuff, but they also have changed their food around a bit. And one of my favorites is their Scotch eggs. Oh my God, those are just fabulous. So I'll be putting that together here pretty soon. But I just want to let everybody know that they still got great food down there. 18 taps of beer. I mean, he's down there brewing his rear end off. And, of course, tonight we're talking about Reef Rum, too, right, everybody? Let me get that number 1 right there. Reef Rum is the sponsor of Tiki Man Radio. And the really cool thing is that Reef Rum will be our sponsor for our 10th year of broadcasting, April 24th through the 26th. I believe is that 10 years, Danny, down in Panama City? If I'm not mistaken, Panama City Beach. You guys are down there for that event. Reef Rum, man, these guys are awesome. I really enjoy their stuff, and it really tastes good when it's sitting in a rum ball. And I think 1L Michelle, she made rum balls with the Reef Rum too. So I think that's pretty cool. Anyway, let me see. We were talking earlier. Okay, somebody asked a question that was Banana Republics. Sung by Steve Goodman. And Steve Goodman was one who actually wrote that song, too. Unfortunately, he passed early. He and Jimmy were really, really close friends and did a lot of fun stuff together. Back in the day, fun stuff, it meant they were drinking and, dude, everything's going okay. But anyway, I want to get Tiffani Green to call in here. So Tiffani, if you're listening,
Call in.
call on in here, and I hope we get this right. So I'm going to plug my phone in here shortly, and we'll get her to call in. And then, of course, we did the plugging today at the Frederick Douglass, and one of our, let me see, it was a Frederick Douglass Center there on Olivia and Emma Street. So that was really cool. So again, plugging today. And I do have those numbers. 55 volunteers, 1 hour, 275 pounds of trash, 34 pounds of recycling, and 3 gallons of cigarette butts. So we've been doing all kinds of crazy stuff. And is that Tiffani Green?
Hey.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, I'm good. What's going on?
Yeah, well, doing the radio thing. And we miss not having you here in Key West. You know, where the heck are you? We need you. We like doing radio with you.
I know. I'm stuck in the mountains. It's cold up here.
Is that, wait. What do I hear in the background? Is that a banjo?
That's Omni.
Is that
ding,
a
ding,
banjo?
ding, 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 ding.
Hey, I wanna say this. I saw the video today of Mike ringing the bell.
Yes, he did.
I thought that was the coolest thing to see Mike doing that. I mean, he's been through hell and back, but man, what a trooper that guy is. So
Yeah, he today was his 30th treatment. It was only supposed to be 6 weeks, but we had 3 days that we couldn't go because of snow. I couldn't get off the mountain.
Yeah.
And what they do is at the end, when you can't make it, they just tack those extras on at the end. So it worked out fine. It ended on a Friday. It rained today, but we don't care because it was sunny anyway.
Well, it wasn't snowing.
All sunshine and happiness for his final ring-a-ding.
Well, it was so cool watching him do that, and I know how excited he was. I watched my daughter do it.
Did he do better than Tiffani?
Yeah, my daughter. You know
Well, so I've been chatting with Tiffani a bit, and I told her, I said, I'm going to make Mike watch your video so that he knows how not to ring the bell.
It
So
looked like
he
she was
figured
milking
it
a
out.
cow.
I know.
I was like, what are you doing? She's like, well, they told me to pull. And I'm like, well, they probably want you to go like pull side to side. So
yeah.
But hey, it was funny. But you know what? Herself is a real trooper. And I'm glad you're talking to her. Because we told her to reach out to people, you know, if she needs to talk with anybody.
Yeah, I chat with her, not all the time, but a couple times a month or so. I hear from her or just drop her a line and say, hey, what's going on? You know.
So do you think we'll see you sometime in the future?
As of now, we are cleared for May.
Oh, fantastic. Fantastic.
And we'll be down for the month. And then as far as we know, everything will be good for our usual winter over and maybe
very cool.
a little longer.
Very cool. Wow, we're looking forward to seeing you. And I've been seeing you've been pretty busy with music.
Yeah, I haven't done any more recording, but I do have a new little duo up here with my friend Ziggy.
Yeah.
I've known him for 30 plus years. And he's been back and forth between Philippi and Charlotte, North Carolina, but he just moved back to town about a year ago.
Oh,
and
wow.
we finally just decided, dude, let's do this.
Yeah.
Like, we've tried to do this for 30 years, so it's really going well. We've got maybe 5 or 6 bookings, a couple before we leave, and then when I get back, man, we're kind of just taking off. It's great.
Very
it's
cool.
great.
Hey, what's the name of your group?
Second Story.
Second Story, because I know you used to be part of what, B Sharp? Is that what it was?
Yeah, that was full band. This is just duo stuff, and up here it's really strange. Where they used to have full bands all the time, they want a lot of duo and trio stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's money. I don't know if it's space. I don't know if it's they don't want a full band in a restaurant or a bar because it's too loud. Ooh, and there's always sports.
Yeah. and well, that's the other thing for me. I don't understand. Down here, it's like they're going more with single, especially the corporates.
Right.
The corporate people are like, we only want a solo. And I'm like, really? I mean,
Times are changing.
They sent me a message today asking, they had last minute, want to know if I'd go play over at Casa Marina for a solo. And I'm like, sorry, I do radio and I don't want to, I got Michelle. So, that's just the way it is. So.
Heck yeah.
Unless Michelle's, broke her legs or something and I couldn't take her over there, and then I'd go do it myself.
So you'd put her in a wheelbarrow and take her anyway.
Well, that's when we're going to get that monkey. And that monkey can push her in a wheelchair, and fetch her rum, and
make popcorn.
Make popcorn and all that cool stuff. So, hey,
she does not seem amused by any of this. I know we're a little behind here, but there's a giggle.
Well, Michelle, it takes a lot to get a rise out of her. So, but she's
Right.
got her new lily on there. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's got.
I see it. It's very pretty.
It's got the. Is that Mickey Mouse? That's Mickey Mouse, yeah. I don't know. As many times as I've been there, I'm like, is that Mickey or Minnie?
Both.
So, well, cool. You and I got to finish that song.
Yeah.
We have got to
we
get
have
that
to.
song, Beaching, Boating, Fishing, Floating, finalized. And I know your plate's been full.
And you're going to be around in May, right? You don't leave
We're
till
here
then.
until the 30th.
Yeah, we don't leave till 30th.
Excellent.
Yeah, so we can get that accomplished, get it finalized, because I think it's going to be a really good song. And for the listeners, Tiffany and sorry I call you Tiffy. I'm so used to with my daughter, so because she's
That's
a
all
Tiffany.
right.
So, but
I know. Well, no, we've had this conversation. It's fine. I don't mind.
So Tiffany and I, we got the really cool song together. I really think it's really neat, and so I want to get it out there for everybody to hear. They only hear it when I play it on the Tuesday on the Island show. So, or if I'm doing
and the
a gig
people
somewhere.
here only hear it when I sing it, quote, karaoke style with the, it's already been tracked. We just have to put the lyrics to it.
Yeah, well, I'm here to tell you, when I walk by your house on my morning walks, it's not the same when I don't get to see you out there with the dogs and Mike, so.
And my feet up and the coffee and.
Yeah. And, usually there's always somebody talking to you there, so you've already
It's
got
a great
somebody.
spot.
It is a great spot.
You know what? Maybe when I'm back in May, maybe we can do another one of those little porch things.
Yeah, the Tuesday on the Island on that?
Why not?
Yeah, we could do something special. Yeah, we'd have something fun when you get back. Yeah, definitely we're going to do that when you get down here. But keep us posted on when you're coming. And is there anything else big going on? Anything that we should know?
Not really. You and I are going to finish the song. I have a new duo up north. We're coming back. Mike's done.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot.
I know. There's you got, and you got a lot of people in and out of that house too, though, don't you? Because you guys.
Yeah, we had some friends down, and we do have somebody in there. Oh, we're getting a new air conditioning system this weekend.
Oh.
Because they don't last 6 years anymore, and that's how long we've had the new one. So that's news.
I was slow on this.
Wow.
Get the wow going. Wow.
Wow. So yeah, we're getting 3 new mini splits. That's always fun.
Oh yeah, that's expensive too.
Oh gosh. So anyway, that's happening. We just absolutely hated not being down there for our usual 3.5 months, and we don't even look at it as like vacation anymore. It's going home.
Yeah.
And so, of all winters, to be stuck in West Virginia,
you guys
it was the worst snow since 2016.
You guys got hammered this year.
We did not leave this house. In February, there was a stretch. We did not leave this house for 12 days. I could not get down my driveway.
Wow.
And when I did get down the driveway for a band rehearsal, I got stuck coming back up the driveway and had to leave the car and get it pulled out and walk up the driveway.
Yeah. Wow.
See, that doesn't happen in Key West. You just walk home.
No, we have the palm trees. We have to walk, the limbs that fall off the trees.
Yeah.
We gotta walk around them, and
Once in a while, some flooding.
yeah, flooding
Put
every
your
now
rain
and then.
boots on. Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that flooding was crazy. I did not know. So we're lucky, because we're on Solaris Hill. If nobody knows what that is, that's the highest point in Key West. There's it's about a 4-5 block square radius, I think.
Yeah.
If Mike was awake, he could tell you, the surveyor brain could tell you exactly where it is. But
Well, it is. A lot of people say it's the cemetery, and I'm like, no, I'm at the bottom of the cemetery looking up a hill. So that's
It seems
No.
what's funny is
I mean, Manja is only 2.5 blocks from my house, and they had water.
yeah, exactly.
there was a lot of weird places that got water this time. It was.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, Eaton Street. Oh my God, those people down there and a few other streets. I couldn't believe how much water we got. But it, it poured all day.
It poured like it was a hurricane. It was like, it
My
wasn't
goodness.
as windy, but it rained hard like a hurricane.
Yeah, that's, you know what? We've had all these different tropical storms that have come through here over the last couple years, and it never rained like that.
Yeah, we actually got a little leaking in the dressing room.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Just a little bit. But
that was crazy. I was going to play one of your songs before you called in, but I think I'm just going to play two of them back to back when this call's over. Because that's
cool.
Do you remember when we did it up in the studio 104.9 when we were doing that back in the day?
Yes, and it was about 90 degrees that day. I don't know, was the AC not working or
I think it was
something was wrong that very first time I came up. The fans were running and we were like,
the door was open.
This is not good. This is terrible.
That studio was something else. If those walls could talk.
Oh my gosh.
We just had some really, really crazy stuff. Hey,
but you know what?
Callie
They were
McCool
fun
in
times.
California
They were
says
good
hey to
times. Hey, Callie.
And Maureen, Mo is tuned in, and Michelle Myers is saying congrats. Yeah, so you got the YouTube on, right? Yeah.
Yep, I'm looking.
Very
I see
cool.
JoJo Fish.
Hey, I got to remind everybody, too, make sure you hit those thumbs up. You know, we love having the thumbs up. That helps us. That lets YouTube know that they like us. They like Tiki Man Radio and the whole 9 yards. So hit those thumbs up. Well, very cool. Is there anything else that we can get out of you information-wise? Or I can't wait to get
I'm
you on
getting
the
over
radio
the flu.
when you get back down here. What'd you say?
I'm getting over the flu. That's why I sound like a 3-year-old full of snot. But I feel pretty good today.
Good deal.
No, I mean, we're just plugging along. I also in this little, well, it's not a little group. It's a quote all-star band here. All electric jam, and we've been doing a couple of those. So I was able to be involved.
Yeah.
I did some Christmas things here in the little town that I wasn't able to do before, and that was okay. It's not a good substitute, but at least it was something, to be musical and to kind of maybe take our minds off not being in Key West.
Yeah, no, it's we haven't played a whole lot ourselves recently, but then again, this has kind of been my year of no, where I've been saying no to a lot of things.
I don't blame you. Sometimes we have to be that.
Yeah.
We have to do that.
But I'll tell you, I'm getting itchy to play. I'm getting itchy to get out there. We're at Old Stone Coffee House on Easter, so we're playing Easter there, and we'll see what else we can come up with. But yeah, I'm getting a little itchy to play.
Yeah, I was totally bummed out that first week. So I was scheduled at Old Stone the first Sunday we were back and the last Sunday we were to be in town.
Yeah.
And I watched them, and as they rolled around, I didn't take them out of my phone, and you get this bzz, bzz, my watch buzzes, and it's like 15 minutes till, oh man, and I missed it so much. I missed playing for the Artisan Market. I had that a couple of dates there, and then the half marathon, all the stuff I was really looking forward to, and I'll just have to make it happen later. I mean, you just come to terms with it.
I mean, the half marathon was a blast this year. Michelle and I got to play the Artisan Market at one point. I think it was January we played that. That was a lot of fun. But yeah, it's plus I've been doing some writing too. So it's not that I haven't been doing anything. It's just
I get it.
Do our little 1 hour.
I get it.
Think of the pint once a week.
Do our Tuesday on the Islands, the pint, and then we do one here at the house. I've kind of cut back on that too, just because of.
It's kind of nice having Tuesdays to do something else once in a while.
Well, yeah, because I spend a lot of time putting together Tuesday on the Island, and then I've turned around and put a lot of stuff together for the radio show. So, I'm sitting in front of this computer a lot doing stuff. So it's nice not having to do that so much.
And it's really, it's cool to call in. This is a nice addition, but I really wish my butt was sitting right there next to Michelle.
I know.
On that microphone.
And then usually after we're done, well, I don't know if a lot of people know this, but usually after the show's over, we're up till 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Watching Star Trek.
Sitting here talking and carrying on. So, yeah. Well, look, when you get back into town in May, we're definitely going to get you on the radio and hang out with us and have some fun. Keep us posted on everything. And I so appreciate you calling in and saying hi to us, because we've missed your voice. We've missed your bubbly personality. We miss seeing Mike, and we know we're going to get to see you soon. So.
Yep. If it all goes as planned, we'll be there May 1st.
All right. Well, we're looking so forward to it.
Yay.
Thank you for calling in, and give Mike.
Thanks for the invite. This is cool.
Give Mike a big old hug for us, and then.
I will. He's a little bit wiped out. I will say the radiation made him a little tired, and he's already gone to bed. But he says, "Hey, what's up?" And we'll see you in May.
All right. Well, we'll see you in May, and you guys take care. When you do get down here, safe travels.
Awesome.
All right. Love you guys.
Love you too.
All right. Bye.
Love you, Tiki Man.
Thank you.
Tiki Man. Not you.
What? All right. That was Tiffani Green, everybody, and it was so good hearing her voice. I mean, it's so hard because I know she stays so busy, appointments with Mike and everything, and sometimes I don't want to bother her because she's just all the driving and everything she's doing, so I just figure I'll leave her alone, and she knows we're thinking of her. So there you go, Tiffani. Thanks for calling. And we so appreciate it. We're going to get to some music here, get back on track, because we got a lot more coming up tonight.
And 2 Tiffani songs, right?
I got 2 Tiffani songs. Both of these are live recordings, and I just love them. So Tiffani Green, Front Porch, and then her song Awesome. Right here, B-Man and Michelle's Coast Confessions on Tiki Man Radio, live from Key West. Right there.
This is a strangely Key West song written on my front porch, aptly named a front porch. We had a friend of ours come stay with us, and he was leaning on the post to the front porch, and I said, "Gary, what are you doing?" He said, he's drinking his coffee, and he said, "I'm just sitting here watching the world go by." And again, the song wrote itself. It goes something like this. Well, I'm sitting on the front porch watching the world go by. I'm sitting on the front porch watching the world go by. I'll be sitting right here till the moon hangs in the sky. Gonna play my ukulele for them folks down on the street. Gonna play my ukulele for them folks down on the street. They put a buck in my bucket and never miss a beat. Now we take a little break, find me a beer, and a couple minutes later I'll be sitting right here. The telephone's ringing, I don't care to talk, I'll be back soon, maybe go for a walk. Now the sun is setting down on Mallory Square. That sun is setting down on Mallory Square. Time for a lime margarita and a dose of salty air. And this is where somebody comes in and plays. And this is 100% the Key West verse. 2, ready, and a little slice of heaven, one human family. Oh, a little slice of heaven, one human family. Till you park in my spot, then it's goddamn zombie. Get out, take it down. I'm calling the cops. Misery.
Woohoo!
Yeah. Woo. Tiffani Green in the studio.
Years ago, I met a man named Captain Van. That was Nathan Van Meter. Been about 4 years ago or so. Big supporter of Trop Rock, and he made a Facebook post, and it said, "I had plans tonight to be awesome. Oops." Well, he made it to 3 or 4 bars, and then he stumbled into another, and I don't really know how he actually got home. But again, when the songs come, the songs come. Now, this isn't totally about Captain, but the name of the song is awesome. He was just loved it here, you know, and just like, he was like the epitome of the old salt that comes to Key West and stays until his last day, and that's exactly what happened.
Very cool.
So this is up for Cap. It's called Awesome. Well, I had plans to be awesome, and somehow I lost them. We drank till we couldn't see. It was my friends and your friends and their friends. Now we're all friends. Drank one too many shots to me. Was it moonlight or moonrise? High tide or sunrise? Did not know which way was home. I took a wrong turn and headed south. That's where I found out I'm right where I belong. And the keys grabbed hold, salt air for my soul. We've got laughter and music galore. Where you're close, stick to ya. Warm breeze blows through ya. The life we live on our shore. Got a boat up in the harbor. We'll head out and board her. Set sail somewhere to sea. It's sunset and boat drinks and beach towels and sly winks. Head out to our favorite key. Well, we'll wait to the sandbar. Don't have to go far. The water, it stays clear and warm. We got blue skies and beer lies and pretty girls and bikini ties. Sunglasses rides out a storm. And the keys grabbed hold, salt air for my soul. We've got laughter and music galore. Where you're close, stick to ya. Warm breeze blows through ya. The life we live on our shore. Now nobody believes me when I sing this part, and I'm gonna need some audience participation. I'll tell you when it comes. Here's what they don't believe. It's just a 2x4 island. Beats snow in the highlands. It's tank tops and flip-flops for me. For me. Well, it's 4 strings and poems and songs, we all know them. Some of them are by B-Man, Michelle, and some dude named Jimmy.
Jimmy?
Everybody give me a woo! So here's to our weather. Mermaids and feathers. Sunshine and little rainstorms. Y'all can just keep your snow up there, and I'll live with no care under my palm where it's warm. And the keys grabbed hold, salt air for my soul. We've got laughter and music in store.
Yeah!
Where the clothes stick to ya, warm breeze blows through ya. The life we live on our shore.
Woohoo!
Was so cool.
I gotta tell you, that should be the Keys national anthem right there. It's the
It should
truest
be.
damn song I've ever heard.
Was that cool or what?
Do you mean that, or is it the Heineken talking?
Well, I drink Heineken daily, so no, this is
Okay.
the truest. I've only heard you once.
Here at Tiki Man Radio, we love shout-outs from our artists and our listeners from all over the world. You ever wondered how you do that? Well, if you have the free Tiki Man Radio app, all you have to do is click on the little menu and go down to where it says shout-out. You can record a short shout-out. When you're done, you just send it straight to us. You have about 15, 16 seconds to do it. Here's a couple of pointers. Make sure you don't have your TV on or your radio. Make sure you're in a quiet space if you can. And always tell us who you are, where you're from, and mention you're listening to Tiki Man Radio. It's as simple as that. If you want to hear your name on the radio, send us a shout out and we'll put it in the radio station for you. Keep listening to Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio station, and give us a shout out.
Hey, this is Beth from Nailtini. Do you ever feel like getting your nails and hair done before vacation is a chore? Why not enhance your vacay experience by visiting us at Nailtini, 817 Duval. Our perfect petties will make your feet look fabulous in those flip-flops. Or maybe you want a beautiful blow-dry and style for your night on the town. Men's haircuts, facials, and waxing? We do that too. We live up to our name and serve you a martini or a drink of your choice during your service. Now, back to Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio.
Yeah. B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions, 817 Duval Street. That's where you go to Nailtini and have a great time. Hang on here. I got the wrong thingy in there. Where did I go? There we are. That was great talking to Tiffani Green, Michelle.
That was fun.
That was, I miss her. You know, it's always fun when we hang out with her and get to do stuff with her when she's down here on the island. And, of course, you and I tonight are drinking the official rum of Tiki Man Radio. That's Reef Rum, R-E-I-F. The official rum of Tiki Man Radio. So I love that. I'm glad we got to be able to share this bottle between you and I tonight so that it's going to be a good show. So that was really good talking to Tiffani. So thanks, Tiffani, for calling in. I have a habit of calling her Tiffy because that's
what you call your
I
daughter.
call my daughter because her name's Tiffany, and I'll be sitting there having a conversation with Tiffani Green, and I'm like, so Tiffy, and I'm like, I'm catching myself. So yes, we've had that conversation, and
She says she doesn't mind.
she does not mind. It's Air Show Weekend here in Key West. See, we have the Thunderbird Blue Angels.
Blue Angels.
So the Blue Angels are in town. A lot of people are like, aren't you going out there? I'm like, no.
But then we are.
You and I have done that for years and years, but we are doing something on Sunday because the air show Saturday and Sunday. On Sunday, you and I are going out on the furry boat.
Fury.
I call it the furry boat. You call it Fury.
That's 2 R's.
So we're going out on the Fury boat with Pam Vader and Dylan Vader and their friends. It's Pam's birthday. It was the other day, so happy birthday to her. And so we're going to go out on the boat, and we're going to watch the air show from like a little sandbar somewhere out there close to the runway. So I think that's going to be kind of neat. So we've got that in town. So many people are here. Holy crap. And then, of course, you and I are gearing up for the Conch Republic Days. That's the April 18th through the 27th.
Uniforms are ready.
Uniforms are ready. We've got all kinds of stuff happening.
Got new
this
patches.
year. We got new patches. I just ordered another set of hats. So people have been saying, I want a hat. So
Do we need to order another space patch? Because there's one out there, but do we have 2?
What do you mean? No,
One for me and one for you?
You're talking about the Blue Origin?
Yeah.
No, I have two of those patches. There's 2 patches there.
Okay.
The Blue Origin is the ship that carried our patches up
and stickers
up to orbit, and so we have some street cred on that. Everybody in the Conch Republic military are kind of like, oh man, that is so cool.
That is
so cool. So yes, and then I know Pam's not listening because she's out and about tonight, but we actually have one of the patches. We're doing something special for her because of all the work she does.
Don't tell her if you know her.
So yeah, I think this will be a good secret. So when we do our induction ceremony and our awards ceremony this year at the Pint, 522 Front Street, so we call it the Pint, but it's the Southernmost Pint Brewpub, 18 taps of beer. We're going to do a very special presentation to her with one of the patches that was in space. So I think that's going to be pretty cool. She'll be super surprised with that. So we had Tiffani call in. We talked about Conquer Republic Days. There's going to be a lot. You're going to see me posting a lot of stuff on that. So a lot of cool stuff. And I encourage you to go out to our Facebook site, the Conquer Republic Aerospace Program. And what I've been doing most of this week since we've had meetings and I put together a report. I put the report out there. Transparency, baby. That's what we're all about. And you get to go out and see everything that we've done for the year and some of the stuff we've got coming up in this new year, 25. So lots going on. At some point, we are going to get Bill Abbott to call in here because he came to me with an idea, and I'm like, let's go for it. But I want him to explain what the idea is. So when he calls in and we get him on the air, we'll let him talk about that. I don't want to steal his thunder. And so that'll be a lot of fun. So once I get him to call in, if you're listening, Bill Abbott, please call in. And I'm going to talk about the Cuba trip after we do some music, because I think that's going to be a really interesting thing. I was briefly talking to Danny about it earlier today. And I have another idea for the Songwriter Showcase this year. I was thinking we got the new the Key West Cooking School that's started down here. And it's really cool. It's not what you think. You're not actually in there cooking your meal and then eating it and everything. Oh, wait a minute. This just in. Bill Abbott is calling in. So, Bill, have I got you?
Hey.
Hey, Bill. Bill and Ann Abbott. Is that you guys?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. How you doing, B-Man?
I'm doing good. How are you guys?
We're doing great. We were watching you on YouTube. There must be a lag or something there. So
there is. There's probably about a 30-second lag, 30 to 40.
All right. Well, I turned the volume off on that. So, hey, thanks for having us on.
No, it's been a while. I was talking with Danny Lynn earlier, and we were laughing because it's like, we haven't heard from you. We haven't seen you. You know, you've been very quiet.
Yeah, well, I did when I mentioned in my text to you that I got back into coaching hockey again this year, and it took a lot of my time. I spent a lot of time at the rink with my grandsons and my granddaughter and my son-in-law, and we had a very successful year. We did well, and we won our championship for our league. So that ended a couple weekends ago, and here we are back to Friday nights with the Tiki Man and B-Man and Michelle.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Well, so I didn't know where you went, what's happening or anything, but I'm glad you're back. And you approached me with an idea, so I'm going to let you talk about it.
Okay, so it all started when I'm back to the office. I'm one of those employees that had to go back to the office. And from home, my office is 90 miles away, so I spend a lot of time on the road lately. And I've been listening to Tiki Man radio in the morning and coming home. And I remembered how much fun I had as Danny Lynn was talking about the Tiki Head DJ for an hour, which Ann and I did back in September, and how much fun that was, and how I expanded on the idea of doing it all drinking songs. So I said, well, I thought to myself as I was driving, I wonder if B-Man would be interested in a mini version of that, where I would request a couple of songs, and if you're doing the call-ins, that I could actually introduce the songs. So that's where the idea came from. And I got to work, and around lunchtime I said, well, I'll shoot him a text and see what he thinks of it. And you went for it. So, and that was on Wednesday.
Well, we're always trying to come up with something different, something to have some fun with on the show. I mean, I like all kinds of cool ideas, and I thought this was kind of neat that you send us a couple drinking songs, because I ask every weekend, what's everybody drinking? And I try to get a feel for, what's happening with the listeners, and because, Friday night, we need that time to just let loose and have some beers or whatever we're drinking. Like tonight, we're drinking Reef Rum. So,
Margaritas.
Go ahead.
Margaritas
for you guys. All right. Well, I'm not sure what Callie earlier had said he was drinking tequila, some kind of mocktail or something. And then I haven't heard anything from Mo. I think Mo's driving, so it's got to be low test for her. And I'm not sure what Michelle Myers is doing. So normally she's doing Prosecco or something. So, and JoJo Fish, they're out there. So I appreciate JoJo Fish listening in. So thank you guys as well. So, well, you sent me a promo that I was going to play, but I think what I'm just going to do is just let you introduce it. But before we get to that, are you coming back to Key West anytime soon? What's your plans?
That was another thing I thought about the other day. We would love to get back to Key West. And, but the thing that was going through my head is I would love to have our e-bikes with us, and I'd love to have our kayaks with us. And I haven't found an airline yet that would allow me to put a kayak in the overhead or strap the e-bikes to the side of the fuselage. So it would involve driving, and it would involve, a little bit more logistics. So we've got to wait till the time is right.
Right. Well, I hope you get down here soon. I haven't seen you since Danny's party last summer, right?
Yeah. Yes, that was a great time. We really enjoyed ourselves.
Now, do you think you'll go back this year to his party?
We're talking about it, but we got to see how we have a fairly large family, so we've got a lot going on in the summer, and if we can squeeze the weekend out, we'll see what we can do. No guarantee.
Fantastic. Well, I knowing Danny, I know he'd love you guys get back down there and party with him and have a good time. So, anything else? Anything you want to bring up or?
No, I mean, we'll get right into it, and I'll do my promo live if you want right now.
Yeah, let's do that. Since I got you on the phone, I'd rather have you do that, and then we can go right into the music.
Yeah. Okay. So I said, hey, listen up. You got to go. Sorry, when you got to do it live, it's different. You got to go get your adult beverage, because coming up is 2 songs to drink to, with Bill and Ann Abbott of the Amateur Adventurers Club, only on B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions. Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio station.
And I love it. So JoJo Fish said they're drinking red wine. Have you been drinking already? You doing your margaritas?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Well, I'm going to jump into the music. Thanks for coming up with this idea. You and I will talk more in the week for next week's show, and we're just going to have fun with this, man.
All right.
This is a drinking part of the show is what we got going.
Yes, definitely.
Well, thank you so much.
All righty.
All right, guys. Have a good weekend.
Cheers.
Thanks.
All right. Cheers. Bill and Ann Abbott. Here is their 2 drinking songs for the week. Beer. Lee Bryce. Michelle and I will be right back, everybody.
Friday, the week was long. Can't wait to get my twist off on. One sip and all the bullshit it's gone. Hey, Freddie, I'm already ready for another down here beer. Saturday, mowing the grass. Some people think it's a pain in the back. For me, it's just another way to work up a thirst real fast. That's why I like to do her with a bungee strap cooler on my old John Deere beer. I like it ice cold. I take it with a lime. Canadian, Mexican, Heineken, American, they're all real good friends of mine. I like it in a mug, in a bottle or a cup. I like it with a shot. game. Hot dog and a mustard stain. Cussing out the ref, but I guess I can't complain. I got it made in the shade of a 60-inch Sony in my lazy boy chair. Beer. I like it ice cold. Hell yeah, I'll take it with a lime. Canadian, Mexican, Heineken, American, they're all real good friends of mine. I like it in a mug, in a bottle or a cup. I like it with a shot. I like it when I'm fishing on the lake. I like it when I'm wishing I was fishing on the lake. I'll take it any way I can get it. I may have a problem, I'll admit it. I ain't ever gonna quit it. It tastes too good, it tastes too good. Hey Freddie, I'm already ready for another down here. I think I love you.
Well, the Lord knows I drank too much, probably smoked too much too. But the only reason I do it is because of you. The way you took my arms and you left me scarred. When you took my heart and you tore it apart. I know what I gotta do. Yeah, so I can't forget about you. I just gotta take this fifth of Jack, tilt it back, then I'll drink, drink, drink till I fall on my ass. I just gotta take this fifth of Jack, tilt it back, then I'll drink, drink, drink till I fall on my ass. A friend, baby, that was a lie. 'Cause I saw you riding around by his side. If you wanna be with him, just tell the truth. 'Cause honestly, I'm pretty much done with you. Getting sick and tired of your lies. You were never worth my time. So I'm leaving your ass real soon. Pack up all your shit and be gone by noon. I know what I gotta do. Yeah, so I can't forget about you. I just gotta take this fifth of Jack, tilt it back, then I'll drink, drink, drink till I fall on my ass. I just gotta take this fifth of Jack and tilt it back, then I'll drink, drink, drink till I fall on my ass.
Join us for Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time right here on Tiki Man Radio every Sunday. Come over and be part of the show. We'll be streaming live on the Cammy's Grammy Live Cam on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, and get into the chat and be a part of the show. That's Sunday Mornings with the Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Eastern Island Time right here on Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana radio station.
You're listening to B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions on Tiki Man Radio, your coastal Americana music station. Now, back to B-Man and Michelle.
We are back. I was surprised by that last song, that Fifth of Jack. That was a pretty crazy song. And yes, it was great having you guys, Bill and Ann Abbott from the Amateur Adventurers Club. Thank you for coming up with this idea, and we'll have some fun with it on the weekends. But, I'm sitting there, Bill is such a very easygoing, kind of quiet guy. And that last song, I was like, I'm picturing him like throwing a fifth of Jack back. Yeah, screw it. I'm having me a damn good time. Everybody's pissing me off. I'm going to have me some Jack. So glad to have you guys. I appreciate it. It's good seeing you back here and being a part of the Tiki Man Radio family. And let me see, I believe, so we're going back and forth. I started talking about the Key West Cooking School because I've heard some people that have been interested in it. And this past week, Sissy from Nailtini, her fiance was in, and she heard me talking about it, so she booked it. And
they enjoyed it.
They had such a blast with it. And so I got thinking, I'm like, you know what, maybe that might be something that we can do with, whoever's down here either before the event or after the event. You're not cooking. They're doing it for you, telling you how the recipes, you get recipe cards, the whole 9 yards, but it's not badly priced. And the food is fabulous. So something to think about, maybe get a couple people want to join us. Maybe we can get 10 or 12 that want to go do it with us. And, and so Bill goes, Ann didn't care for the second song either.
I liked it. I thought it was cool.
Michelle, she went out and got more booze, and she was throwing back this reef rum. I'm like, slow down, woman. I need some of that too. So, how'd you do that? Do that in the camera the way you just did that.
I don't.
You'd like the head thing, you're like, yeah, whatever, you're stupid. All right, so I'm stupid. Anyway, so that was an idea. Another, I mentioned this to Danny when I was talking to him this afternoon, and I am so pumped on this next thing. Last Friday, to be exact, Sissy and Mark went to Cuba. And there is this, I'm trying to think of the name of them. I think they're Key West. Matter of fact, I got them written down here somewhere. Hang on, I got it right here in front of me. I got so many things open in front of me. Air Key West. Now, it costs about $1,200 a person.
It's a little pricey.
It's a little pricey, but you know what? It's a bucket list for me. I'll pay the $1,200 a piece to go. They do your visas. They fly you in there. They get you through the customs.
Guided tours.
It's a guided tour. They take you to Hemingway's. I've got a video that Sissy took that when we go back into some music, I'm going to play that video. And I might let it go a couple times just so people can get an idea just to see. But, they take you to Hemingway's house. They take you for cocktails. They get like a mojito. It was just the neatest thing. And it's one day. And I believe you leave like 7:30 in the morning, and it's not, it's only 90 miles, so it's not that long of a trip. You get in there, they take you all around, you get to see a lot of cool stuff. But I'm going to get the information on that, and if anybody's interested, let me know, and I'll point you in the right direction. But we're talking about doing it for your birthday this year in October. And if we decide, we might even have your birthday earlier. Ooh. So anyway, I think that was really something really cool. So I think I'm trying to think, what am I doing here? I'm going 1,000 different directions. I know we haven't done yet.
Stay in history yet?
That's what I'm doing right now.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go have a seat.
All right, this day in history, B-Man and Michelle are sitting here at the house doing radio. This day in history. You're really into the Star Trek tonight, so I'm.
That's one of the best episodes.
Oh my God.
Guardian of Forever, but from original Star
out
Trek.
there in the audience feel sorry for me that you're so glued to the TV over Star Trek, for crying out loud? All right, this day in history, 1958, Eddie Cochran recorded Summertime Blues, everybody, which was later covered by artists such as Blue Cheer, The Who, and Rush. In the original recording, Cochran sang both the vocal and the bass vocal parts, they talk like this. And then he played all the guitar parts and added the hand clapping. So, man, that guy was doing everything himself. 1958, W.C. Handy. What song is W.C. Handy mentioned in? That's a question to you guys out there. Widely regarded as the father of the blues, died at the age of 84. At his funeral, more than 150,000 people gathered near the church to pay their respects. So, well, you know it, but you're sitting there watching Star Trek over there on the couch, so that's just the way it's going to be. So you sit over there. Anyway, 1967, John Lennon recorded his backing vocals for Good Morning at Abbey Road Studios in London. And Paul McCartney added a lead guitar solo to the Sgt. Pepper's track. Lennon had decided he wanted to end the song with animal sound effects and asked that they be sequenced in such a way that each successive animal was capable of scaring or eating the preceding one. Man, there was just way too much going on in that studio. There was some crazy edibles they were having there. 1968, Otis Redding, Sitting on the Dock of the Bay, hit number one about 3 months after his death, becoming the first ever posthumous number one hit. 1970, John Lennon peaked at number 3 on the Billboard's Hot 100 singles chart with Instant Karma. We All Shine On, which was Lennon's first top 10 single as a solo artist in the U.S. 1970, Simon and Garfunkel were number one at the UK charts with Bridge Over Troubled Water, the duo's only UK number one. Only Art Garfunkel sang on that track. In 1973, Pink Floyd's LP Dark Side of the Moon hit number one. 1976, Genesis began their first North American tour since Peter Gabriel left the band, appearing in Buffalo, New York, with Phil Collins taking over the lead singer. The band had auditioned more than 400 vocalists to be Gabriel's replacement, but ended up going with the guy who's been their main back singer all along, Phil Collins. 1982, David Crosby was arrested after crashing his car on the San Diego highway. Police also found cocaine and a pistol in his car. When the police asked Crosby why he carried the gun, he replied, John Lennon. Now, that don't make any damn sense. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that does make sense now. 1982. Yeah, okay, look at the time here. Boy, was I off. 1985. 4-year-old Alicia Cook makes her acting debut on the Slumber Party episode of The Crosby Show. That later became famous as Alicia Keys. How about that? And they were sitting in the room eating pudding. Pudding pops. 1992, over 1,000 worth of damage was done when Ozzy Osbourne invited the first 2 rows of an audience on stage at Irvine, California. Several other rows took up the offer, and the band was forced to exit the stage. In the words of Ozzy, I said too, they said, oh. 1994, Nirvana singer and guitarist Kurt Cobain checked into the Exodus Recovery Center in Marina del Rey, California, after David Grohl and Chris Novoselic threatened to disband Nirvana if he didn't enter rehab. Cobain walked out of the center 3 days later. Cobain did, sorry. 2000, Jimmy Page accepted substantial undisclosed libel damages from a magazine which he claimed he had caused or contributed to the death of his Led Zeppelin bandmate John Bonham. Interesting. 2005, at London's Brixby Academy, Queen kicked off their first tour with Paul Rodgers of Bad Company and Free replacing Freddie Mercury on vocals. I want to break free. 2010, Rush were inducted into the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame at the Toronto Centre of the Arts. You are a big Rush fan, aren't you? Michelle. They were recognized for the songs Closer to the Heart, The Spirit of Radio, Tom Sawyer, Limelight, and Subdivisions. Hey, Danny just said, everybody hit the like button. All right, hit that like button out there. I said that earlier. I posted that. 2013, Justin Bieber ran into some trouble at Munich airport when customs officials detained and quarantined his monkey. Bieber had recently been given the capuchin monkey. That's the kind of monkey I kept telling you that we had when we were kids, as part of the record producer Molly Mall. And in 2013, rock guitarist and session musician Hugh McCracken died of leukemia in New York City at the age of 70. He appeared on many recordings by Steely Dan, Billy Joel, Roberta Flack, B.B. King, John Lennon, Paul McCartney, The Monkees, Paul Simon, Art Garfunkel, James Taylor, Bob Dylan, Carly Simon, Aretha Franklin, Van Morrison, The Four Seasons. Man, he's got a long list of people he's played with, man. So, again, Hugh McCracken. Birthdays today, Chuck Ports of the Turtles is 80. John Evan, born John Spencer Evans of Jethro Tull, is 77. Reba McEntire, I can't stand her, is 70. Cheryl James, a.k.a. Salt of Salt and Pepper, is 59. Dave Kooning of The Killers is 49. And Lady Gaga, which for some reason I didn't believe when I saw this. She seems older to me. She's 39. So there you go. There you go, everybody, this day in music.
Oh, my.
Oh, history.
Gaga's almost the same age as her.
All right. For some
you're
reason,
younger.
Well, yeah, I didn't think Lady Gaga was 39, so that was kind of crazy there. Anyway, so that's this day in history. And, again, Reef Rum is sitting here next to us tonight. I love you.
And in our little...
And in our cups.
Our little
Sweet
cordial
and smoky
glasses.
for the wise and the rebel. I like that. Those guys are really cool. I like Reef Rum. Dave and his wife are really nice people. And it's been a windy day here in Key West.
Very breezy.
Been super breezy. I was sitting here earlier before the show started, and I'm watching our little triangle out there on the patio flipping up and down. And next thing you know, I saw the bird feeder went, shoot.
The hummingbird feeder?
Yeah, went flying.
You just put that back up again recently.
I just put it back up again, and the damn thing did it again. Callie McCool says, kids are on spring break. No show for next Tuesday.
Okay, remember.
All right.
But we will be at the Pint doing the...
Yes. April Fools, everybody.
Doing...
Tuesday on the
Who's that
Island
thing?
this coming Tuesday. We're going to be live at the Pint. April Fool's Day.
Maybe we will, maybe we won't.
Yeah, maybe.
Can we fool?
I don't know. Maybe we're fooling you and telling you that we're going to be there. So, hey, anybody, what's going on in your world over there, Michelle?
Just drinking my rum and watching Star Trek and sitting with Scotty. Scotty's over there.
Yeah.
Looking cute.
Yeah, it's, what do we got tomorrow? Anything?
Nothing.
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 Well, I do my walk in the morning, so that's always a given. I'll be doing that. And then I think I'm going to try and catch up on some things on this computer. I posted something on YouTube on my site. A couple weeks ago, we did that protest thing. But you and I went down to the White Street Pier and we walked all around that. And
yeah, that was the most I'd walked in and stood in a long time. So I was testing out my knee.
Because we didn't really get a chance to talk about this a whole lot last week. But because we had Danny and then of course we had Susan in here. And so anyway, we didn't really get a chance to talk about your knees. How are your knees feeling since you had the injections?
They're somewhat better, but I can still tell when I walk a lot or stand a lot, it tightens up and it gets swollen. And
yeah,
I don't think cortisone injections are the solution, for at least not for my right knee.
Yeah. I don't know.
So there's another kind of injection still we haven't tried yet. So
is that the one where they take the blood and shake it all around and stick it in there? It's kind of like blood, or it's like cell therapy or something?
Something like that. I don't know what it's called, but yeah, they like centrifuge your blood and do something, add something to it, I think, and put it back in.
Well, at least Get you figured out there. I thought I saw something earlier. Danny was posting for join us this weekend Sunday mornings with Tiki Man starting at 10 a.m. Everybody, you don't want to miss the Sunday show because there's always something cool. This week we get caught up with the songwriters. Dan Sullivan, he'll be on the show this week. Talk about new music.
You have to take an iPad with you.
Yeah,
on the boat.
I'm happy to say, I know we haven't quite talked a whole lot about the 9th annual Tiki Man Radio Songwriters Showcase, but I will say this. I booked Don Middlebrook this week, so Don Middlebrook is part of the lineup.
Yay.
So we're gonna be sharing that soon. Actually, I got to get it to Michelle Myers because she needs to do all
call
her
people or whatever
her
she does.
information on all the people who are being a part of it. And
if you don't answer her, she's not tracking you down. So you just won't.
That's right.
She's not chasing everybody there.
She's hell on wheels, that Michelle Myers. That one L, Michelle. So, all right, let's get to some more music here on a Friday night. B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions coming to you live from the Beachy Shell Studios at the Beachy Shell Hideaway in Key West, Florida, exclusively on Tiki Man Radio. Where else should you be tonight but hanging out with us on this show? But we got a little bit of Summertime Blues for you because it's right around the corner. A little bit of Eddie Cochran, who did what? The vocals and the bass part of this song. La, 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 la. So, Eddie Cochran, everybody. Hope you're having fun. Because I'm going to raise a holler.
I'm gonna raise a fuss, I'm gonna raise a holler about a working all summer just to try to earn a dollar. Every time I call my baby, try to get a date, my boss says,
No die, son, you gotta work late.
sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, but there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. Oh, well, my mom and papa told me, son, you gotta make some money. If you wanna use the car to go riding next Sunday. Oh, well, I didn't go to work, told the boss I was sick.
Now you can't use a car cause you didn't work a leg.
Sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, but there ain't no cure for the summertime blues. I'm gonna take 2 weeks, gonna have a fine vacation. I'm gonna take my problem to the United Nations. Well, I called my congressman and he said, quote,
I'd like to help you, son, but you're too young to vote.
sometimes I wonder what I'm gonna do, but there ain't no cure for the summertime blues.
This song I wrote when I was in the army in Germany. I was sitting on my bunk making up the words to this one night, and this buddy of mine from Louisiana walked in and sat on the bunk across from me and started listening to the words I was writing. And I guess he thought they struck him kind of funny. So he slapped his leg and said, oh heck. So I put that in the song and I made him a songwriter too. Well, I could be happy as a sardine in a can, but just as long as I got my woman. Yeah, I could run stark naked and live in an old oak tree, just as long as she's with me, my woman. The cannibals could catch me and fry me in a pan, but just as long as I got my woman. Yeah, I could get the electric chair for a phony rap, but just as long as she's sitting in my lap, my woman. I'd run her mouth just to see her smile and put her loving arms around my neck. Oh, yeah. Oh, my spine starts tingling, and them bells start ringing when she's with me. Can't you say they could torture me and stretch me like a rubber band? But just as long as I got my woman. Yeah, I could jump off a cliff and never have no fear, just as long as she is near my woman. Oh, yeah.
If they don't lower the gas, we're gonna lower the boom and quit shipping all that wheat and corn and forget the golden rule. If they don't lower the price of crude, we'll just cut off their food, and in about a week they'll sing a different tune. Crude oil prices have gotten so high it's getting hard to survive, and I'll bet those Middle East countries are having a laugh. Cause the way things are going, well, it won't be very long till we're shelling out $1.50 for a gallon of gas. If they don't lower the gas, we're gonna lower the boom and quit sipping all that wheat and corn and forget the golden rule. And if they still wanna play rough, we'll show them what's really tough. Let them make a loaf of bread from a gallon of crude. If you folks in the Middle East are listening to me, you better listen to what I'm saying and tell a friend. Cause we'll take it for a while, but once you get us riled, you're gonna think you've got a tiger by the tail. If you don't lower the gas, we're gonna lower the boom and quit sipping all that wheat and corn and forget the golden rule. Don't forget, we can last longer without crude and y'all canned food. So if you don't lower the gas, we're gonna lower the boom. I tell you, I've been helping lower the price of crude. We'll just raise the price of food. Let them pay $10 for a 1 pound loaf of bread. If they don't lower the gas, we're gonna lower the boom and quit sipping all that wheat and corn and forget the golden rule. We've been nice guys long enough. Now's the time to get tough. Cheaper crude or no more food. And I really mean it. Cheaper crude or no more food. And all you camel jockeys over there better listen to what I'm saying.
Got an itty bitty Hey Tiki Man Radio fans, this is Emily Randall from Chicagoland, and I love tuning in to Coastal Confessions with B-Man and Michelle on Friday nights from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern on the internet at tikimanradio.com or watch live on YouTube at Tiki Man Radio. Reach out if you've got a song request or a confession.
Surrounded by walls, oh, I love Emily Randall. She is so awesome. And hopefully we get her back in Key West here pretty soon. That last song, well, before I get to that one, if you're in Key West, make sure you go by the IV hydration station and get your IV. You know, they got all kinds of cool stuff over there to make you feel so much better. Hangover relief, immune boost, skinny shots, athletic boost, energy shots. Let me tell you what.
B12 shots.
B12 shots. Come see me. I get free B12 shots, and I'm happy to hand you some. And you go over there and get your B12 on. So, B-Man and Michelle, happy that they support us and Tiki Man Radio. And thank you to the Southernmost Pint Brewpub for being our camera sponsor. We appreciate Tad and Lindsay and everything they do down there. And don't forget, we're going to be there this coming Tuesday for our Tuesday on the Island show on April Fools. I got to come up with some good stuff. We have to do something funny. What do you think, Michelle?
Funny.
God. Boy, you're a real pip tonight. I'm glad you're sitting over there.
You want me to be more pippy?
Pippy, baby, Pippy. I wanted to bring. Oh, you know, I got a call from John Beck yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
John Beck's going to be in Key West. He's doing it.
I thought he was in Key West.
No, he's going to be. I think it's sometime next week. And I think it's next week. He's supposed to call and let me know when he's in town, so we're going to hang out a little bit and have a few beers and catch up and everything. But it's good talking to John a little bit. He actually thought, it was funny, when he called yesterday, you and I were at Nailtini, and he called, and I wasn't going to take the call because I was in the middle of something else, and Sissy, there's this musician that came in the other day, and I'm not a huge fan of his. I think it's just attitude. I don't really care for the cockiness. You know, it's like we can all work together and everything, but I don't know. I'll leave it at that. So somehow my phone answered itself. I don't know if my watch did it or what. And
he was talking.
So we were talking about the other musician, and I didn't say names, and I didn't say anything ugly. It was just kind of like, you know. So I'm thinking, and I hear John going, hello, can you hear me? And I'm like, oh, shit. So I turn it off real quick, and I text him. I'm like, I'll call you back. I'm in the middle of something. So I end up calling him back, and he goes, so you're talking about me? I'm like, no, we were talking about somebody else. But you know, we laughed about it, but it was kind of funny. But yeah. So John Beck's going to be in town, and get a chance to catch up with him. He's on some cruise. I want to say the Margaritaville cruise, but I don't think that's right. He's on.
No, he said what it was, but I forgot.
Yeah, I can't remember what the heck it was.
It wasn't a regular cruise, but it was.
Yeah, so he's going to be in on that, and it'll be fun to catch up with John because it's been a while. Hey, I'm looking at 18th Annual Tiki Man Radio Summer Party, July 12th, 2025. You all know where it's at. You know, it's at
Danny's house.
Danny's house. The Tiki Bar there in Harrison Bay. And you and I have to go up there sometime when I don't have the RV so we can relax and
Don't worry about
anything.
the air conditioning and
I know.
cats.
We have special music guest Marty Nickel and Mark Mulch Band. So that'll be fun. I wish we could be there this year. I'm sorry we're not going to be able to. But you know what? I know they're going to have a good time with or without us. How about that? I appreciate everybody who's been hanging out with us tonight. It's been a fun evening. If you hadn't hit those likes, please hit those likes. We appreciate that. We're going to try and see who we're going to have next week call in. I like having the call-ins. I would love to do the video thing like Danny does, but I have an older... This
You need a new computer.
This iMac is on its last leg, so I'm going to have to do a GoFundMe or something. Because I just got my new speakers, and so we'll have to figure something out. But yeah, this thing is on its last leg, and Nailtini has the exact same computer I have. And I asked Sissy today, because I was helping her fix some stuff on computers.
As old as yours?
As old and the same type. And I asked her, I said, do you notice that your iMac is slowing down and acting funny? And she goes, yes. And I said, well, me too.
It's because it's old.
It's old, and they don't have... Apple doesn't even update them anymore. They're so old, any updates that come out doesn't go to this computer. So I'm kind of stuck. So, but anyway, it is what it is, but we'll figure out and get something at some point. Hey, we got Ray the Roadie just tuning in there. What's up, Ray? How you doing, my friend? Give that wife of yours, Sweet Harriet, a big hug for us, and hope you guys are doing good. Don't forget, Ray, while you're in there, please hit the thumbs up. Let us know that you like what we're doing here. And even if you don't like it, hit the damn thumb anyway. I don't care. Up, not down. Up, up, up. So, and hopefully these guys, I got some good news from them. I'm not going to mention that's, kind of but that's some really good news that they're getting stuff taken care of back home. And hopefully, maybe in July, they're going to come down here and stay with us for a week or two and have some fun with us and get them on the radio and have a fun. They get to experience what the summer's like down here. Because it's what?
Hot.
What?
Humid.
Hot?
Humid.
Hot. And humid. So, but anyway, it's good seeing you on here.
Hurricanes.
And what?
Hurricanes.
Hurricanes? Yeah.
Those don't usually start till fall.
Well, it was funny.
You never know anymore. Everything's acting crazy.
Callie was in the thread, and he's like, is there a hurricane coming your way? And I'm like, what? I'm like, I hadn't heard anything, and I'm usually pretty good. So I went out to Mike's weather page because that's my go-to. So there's nothing out there. And then Callie's like, oh, that was for another one. Sorry. It's like, hey, what the hell? Are the Coral Reefer Band doing a tour? They are partnering with, oh my God, Little River Band? No. They're partnering with somebody this year, and I don't remember. So if you remember who, please let me know. But they are partnering with you know what? We're going to go to some music anyway, and I'm going to see if I can't find that because I thought that was kind of neat what they're doing because they're about ready to hit the road on all this. So let's get some more music. We'll come back, get ready to close the evening out. Hopefully I'll have an answer for you guys on that one. And I appreciate you guys hanging out with us on a Friday night right here in Key West, which is the best place to be. You know, it's beautiful. A lot of tourists, though, they're kind of like, you know, being a pain or some sort. And, you know, it is what it is. So, love you guys. A little bit of Down Under Live. This is Colin Hay. And, man, I really love the way he's done this acoustically. It sounds so neat. Guys, thanks for hanging out with us.
Traveling in a Friday combi on a hippie trailhead full of zombies. I met a strange lady, she made me nervous, took me in and gave me breakfast. And she said, do you come from a land down under? Women glow and men wonder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take some cover. Buying bread from a man in Brussels, 6'4", full of muscle. I said, do you speak my language, brother? He just smiled and gave me a Vegemite sandwich. He said, I come from a land down under, where rivers flow and men thunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. All right. Lying in a den in Bombay with a slack jaw and not a lot to say. I said to the man, are you trying to trap me? Are you ready? All right. He said, oh, do you come from a land down under? Women glow and men plunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. 'Cause we are living in a land down under. Women glow and men plunder. Can't you hear the thunder? Yeah, yeah. You better run, you better take cover. One more time, 'cause we are living in a land down under. Women glow and men plunder. Can't you hear the thunder? You better run, you better take cover. All right. All right, all right. Thank you very much.
It's that time, ladies and gentlemen, and retaining his teenage, svelte, greyhound-like figure.
Take a trip back in time with Jukebox Saturday mornings. Every Saturday, starting when you get up, Buttercup. Tiki Man Radio opens up the massive archives of the radio station and takes you back to that old shaggy music. Jukebox Saturdays, only on Tiki Man Radio.
Family singing in the kitchen, family running through the yard, family going on vacation, family on a credit card, family all in this together, family we're taking a chance, family like birds of a feather, family kick off your shoes and dance. Hey! Family on the way to the city, family laughing in the rain, family it ain't always pretty, family can drive you insane, family got the keys to the kingdom, family take it out like cart, family all four seasons, family well bless your heart. Hey! You don't choose them, you can't lose them. We all have a song to sing. Some are crazy, some are amazing. All got a little bit of everything. Now we feel like if you are here tonight, you are a part of the family, and the family that sings together, stays together. 1, 2, 3, 4. Family, come on. Family, family, family. Keep it going. Family, 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 family. Keep it going. Family, sons and daughters, family like a photograph, family baptized in the water, family put me on the map, family all in this together, family we're taking a chance, family like birds of a feather, family kick off your shoes and dance. Hey!
Hey, this is Sweet Harriet. When we travel, we take Tiki Man Radio with us and tune into Coastal Confessions. And we tell our friends about it too. Guess what? When we're not traveling, we watch the show live on YouTube or Facebook. Check it out.
Hey, this is Teresa Arnold, bass player with Tim Campbell and the Tropical Attitudes Band, and I love tuning into Coastal Confessions every Friday night from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Island Time on Tiki Man Radio. And now, back to B-Man and Michelle.
Thank you, Teresa Arnold. We so appreciate you bringing us back into the show. Before that was Sweet Harriet, and you know what? They do listen to Tiki Man Radio when they're on the road, and I appreciate that. They're up in New Hampshire. Hamster, I call it.
That's what Ray calls it.
So, yeah, it's good having those guys with us tonight. I love that song, Family, because, you know, we are one big, happy Tiki Man Radio family. And, of course, Michelle and I appreciate everybody who listens to us on the Friday nights. It's what we do because we love that. And the answer... the question was, who were the Coral Reefers hanging out with this year, going on tour with? And it is the Doobie Brothers. So, and Michelle, you were saying, when did you first?
First time I ever heard of the Doobie Brothers was they were on an episode of Good Times.
Good Times!
Back in the day. So
How does that song go? Good Times!
I can't remember the first line. Not getting hassled, not getting
Keeping your head above water.
Taking away when you can. Temporary layoffs.
Good times.
Easy credit reports.
I love when you do that.
Ain't we lucky we got 'em.
Oh, my God. You know, it's
We had
fun.
good shows in the 70s.
You know, we had some really good shows. You and I, the other night, were watching.
Good times, one day at a time.
We were watching All in the Family.
All in the Family.
Good God, man. Some of the
Archie.
stuff that they talk about. But,
Archie.
you know, and I have to laugh because they were in their 50s when they did that show. And they sure in the hell didn't look like they were in their 50s.
They look when they're in the 70s.
They look like they're in their 70s for crying out loud. But, yeah, no, it was.
The Golden Girls were in their 50s, except
Yeah.
for, well, the grandma, Maud's mom,
Yeah.
was supposed to be older, but she was actually one of the youngest ones, I think.
That's something we can do one night. I'll come up with a whole bunch of little shows. That might be some kind of fun with the listeners. Kind of like play a little snippet of it and then see if they, okay, who did that one?
Yeah, before they start the words.
Yeah, there we go. I might do that. Have a little bit of fun on the show one night.
What song is this?
See what our listeners
What
are
TV
doing.
theme song is this?
What is one of your favorite?
Mary Tyler Moore.
Mary Tyler Moore. I have to say, I think I said this before on the show that the Crickets, the ones who were with the Crickets, wrote that parody or not parody, but wrote the
Theme song.
Theme
I
song
thought it
for
was,
that.
what's his face? Paul Williams.
Callie. Callie's always on top of things. Isn't doobie another word for weed?
Another word for a joint, I think.
It was always
a
fun
doobie.
to, those are the kind of words that are fun to say. Doobie.
Doobie doobie doo.
Doobie doobie doo. Now, if you changed out doobie doobie doo with weed, 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 weed.
Not as fun.
Doesn't sound right.
Scooby dooby doo.
Scooby dooby doo. So, anyway, yes, Callie, you're again on track, my friend. I think I'm going to close the show out. I think we're gonna shut it down, and I'm going to chill. I'm going to catch up on a few things.
Okie dokie.
It's been a busy day. Anything you want to say before we leave the show tonight?
Nope.
No, you haven't
Bye-bye.
had much to say tonight anyway. So you can you're very chilled. And Ray goes, Scooby Doo.
Scooby dooby doo.
Scooby Scooby Doo, where are you? And I haven't had much from, so you guys probably think, God, he's drunk. No, I'm not. I'm having a good time and I'm just chilling. So, like I said, this is the year of no for the B-Man. Let me make that point. Let me say it one more time. This is the year of no
Me.
for B-Man. And that's just the way it's going to be, by God, because I'm not doing anything else. And, that's the way it's going to be. So, guys, I hope you had a good time with us tonight. We've had a lot of fun. I'm going to close the show out. I always close it out with the Jimmy song or something as close as possible to a Jimmy song. So, one of his, friends that, he covered or they covered and, all that good stuff. But I like this one, and I can never say it correctly. Sean Say Paul Jason Mason?
Oh, I don't
Okay, I can't even say it.
know the title of that song.
Chanson pour les pavillons. Da, 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 da. You won't even get it either, so it's right there, see.
Chanson.
There you go.
I didn't know it was that song. Chanson pour les petits enfants.
There you go. Michelle, when she talks French, I just did it so she'd say it, and I'd be like, ooh. So, little Jimmy Buffett to close out the show tonight, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't go anywhere because you know how I close the show out, and if you're not here when I close the show out, well, you missed. You missed out. That's the way it is. All right, love you guys. A little bit of Jimmy Buffett to close the evening out.
We're going back to the land of Michigan
This is a little song I wrote the first day I sailed into St. Bartholomew, and a couple kids rowed up to my boat with croissants and coffee, and let's just say we needed them. And I've kind of been living that dream ever since. This little thing called Chanson pour les petits enfants, or Song for the Children, Song for the World. Now young Mr. Moon flew away in the night, with his best friend Magnus right by his side. They soared through the Milky Way, counting the stars, once around Venus, twice around Mars. And then they spied an island rise out of the sea. They fell back to earth just as free as you please. The children all gathered, the church bells did ring. Suddenly everyone started to sing. Chanson pour les petits enfants, chanson pour tout le monde. Chanson pour les petits enfants, chanson pour tout le monde. The queen of the island, she welcomed them in, asking them questions of where they had been. She offered them chocolate, she offered them tea. They all took their seats in the top of a tree. And then raccoons brought wine, and the mice they brought cheese. Beautiful birds floated by on the breeze, while out in the ocean the dolphins began humming a tune that soon covered the land. Chanson pour les petits enfants, chanson pour tout le monde. Chanson pour les petits enfants, chanson pour tout le monde. And then young Princess Leia brought coral and pearl, gifts to the travelers from some other world. The bush doctor mixed up a magical spell, swore them to secrecy never to tell. And then young Mr. Moon flew away in the night, to his best friend Magnus right by his side. The sun was just rising, they'd be home by noon, words to this magical tune. Chanson pour les petits enfants, chanson pour tout le monde. Chanson pour les petits enfants, chanson pour tout le monde. Chanson pour les petits enfants, chanson pour tout le monde. Chanson pour les petits enfants, chanson pour tout. It's a song for the children, a song for the world, song for the children, song for the world. Thank you.
Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with B-Man and Michelle's Coastal Confessions on Tiki Man Radio. Right. We so appreciate each and every darn one of you. And like I say every end of the show,
y'all come back now. You hear?
Y'all come back now. We'll be here next Friday. Don't forget, we're doing Tuesday on the Island on April Fool's Day, coming to you live from the Southernmost Pint Brewpub, 522 Front Street. We will see you all again next week.